my flat has started smelling. So I bought this room deodorizer. On the back of the can, there's an imagist poem painting a bleak picture of human existence. WC areas, damp rooms, sick rooms, geriatric wards, stale alcohol after parties, pet areas, incontinence, caravans and cars. And I looked at that and thought, oh no, that's my life. Oh Lord, please don't let me become this sweaty, red-faced man in a Tyrolean shirt who each morning staggers coughing and gagging out of his miasmal WC area, off to see his sick gran tripping over party sevens no one helped him clear away, as the neglected cat rolls a month-old turd across the mushy carpet. I've got to get out of this flat, you know, because I just know that as soon as I get out of this flat, my life is going to be better. So much so that when the estate agent is showing me around the new flat, already I'm like hallucinating the new life.
Well, Mr. Newman, I'd like to show you around. Now, this room here, this is where your French academic girlfriend will be on the exercise bicycle, nude probably, while you hang upside down from this beam doing hundreds of lateral raises.
But in reality, a reality estate agent should tell it like it's going to be.
Well, Mr. Newman, just like to show you around. Now, this room here, this is where your girlfriend will lock herself in and say, I'm not coming out until you've calmed down. I
am bloody cold! Yeah, that's fine, that's going to work, that's great, yeah.
Well, there's two phone points. There's a phone point here and a phone point here. But it's on the phone point here that you'll get the phone calls at 3 a.m. in the morning that say, time to die. And if we could just go through, just outside the front door here, see this little recess, cubby hole, alcove effect? Well, when you come home late at night, you'll always be convinced there's an assailant there waiting to attack you. So if you just want to wander around and get a feel of the place.
Let's see, phone point here, phone point here. Who are you? Why do you keep phoning me? I am bloody cold! You know, I think I'm going to be happy here. So I was getting a bit tense there. When I get tense, I have to do some painting to calm down. I'll just start off on this pastoral scene. Just do the trees there. You may think, Rob, you're not doing the leaves one at a time, but, you know, it's sort of an impressionistic effect I'm getting, you know. You know, and it's not just the leaves I could do in this cavalier manner. You know. Watch this. Now, that was nothing short of anarchy. I think I'll change colour, you know, use the blue. You know. Now, that wasn't a wild change of colour, but, you know, we've been wild already. You know. I shall do the farmer in the background. I had a moment of regret when I chose the farmer in the background because I thought, oh, he's quite a small figure and everything, but... I'm not striving for perfection here. Otherwise, I'd still be tense at this moment, and look at me, I'm not tense.
I don't want to brag or anything, but the other day I did a streak of piss about 2 meters long.
Oh, wonderful.
I mean, the amazing thing was, I was asleep at the time. I don't know if I told you, but I did actually recently acquire a hat, and it's starting to spot with rain now, so I'll just... I don't know if you can see, but it's actually a pair of pants. And what I like about it is it makes me look a bit of a loony, as well as just an itinerant of the road.
Of course, I know him.
Really?
Oh, he's great.
Yeah. I expect you all know that for some time there's supposed to be a bit of a vibe between us. No, it was just one of those things. It never really got beyond the threats of physical violence for sex or cider stage.
Does it ever?
Now, there is no need for 40% of all sports-related accidents to happen.
Well, there are no easy games in the world today, apart from the African countries, which are improving steadily. You've got the wars in the Middle East, you've got the Far Eastern countries.
Now, there was every need...
So to summarise, possible showers in the northeast of England, but generally a dry day elsewhere. And tomorrow...
I hate men that fart and are pleased about it. And then they start doing this. My brother does that, you know, sometimes with both hands. Sometimes with one of those mini portable fans you can buy. I hate any kind of self-conscious revelling in your own bodily pleasure, you know. Like people who take a gulp of tea and then go, oh. Oh. It's a cup of tea, not a sodding blowjob. But the people I hate most of all are those people who, after giving you something or showing you something, go, da-da! With an exclamation mark after it. And let me tell you now, anyone who, after writing a witty little quip, puts an exclamation mark after it is a twat. You get a postcard, it says, nice weather if you're a duck, exclamation mark. Might as well just say after it, love twat. And I hate people who tell you they've just done something wacky, and then, to prove just how wacky it was, say, as you do. I just put a bucket of bananas on my head. As you do. No. What you mean is, you behaved like a tosser. As you do. Now, these are all rational hatreds, all right? But sometimes I'm just filled with irrational hate, you know? I wake up in the morning and I think, oh, I hate people who make their own jam. Bastards. And they stretch a little bit of polythene over the top with an elastic band and a sticker on it that says, Damson, 1992. Oh, yeah. And I hate fat people who say, no, I'm not fat, I'm just bloated because of water retention. Oh, I see. Not bloated because of cake retention. Not bloated because of lard retention.
Actually, I had a very long conversation in the street the other day with no one at all.
No one at all?
Ghosts of half-remembered faces from my past life. But actually, though I say it myself, I did make rather a fine point. What I said was...
Well, I must remember that. Oh, bollocks! I don't want to bring the mood down at all, but I suppose you both know that old Clyde died.
No, I'd no idea. That's terrible. What was the cause of death?
It was these. I fancied them.
I am the poltergeist. I know what I'll do. This door here, I'll open it. Ah! Not too much, don't want to let a draft in. And then, when they come back in, they'll be really fazed by that. One of them will say, but I thought I shut that door. And the other one will say, yes, you did, definitely. And it'll be like, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Yes, they'll be frightened and confused and...
You won't find a flatmate.
No problem for me.
Oh, they're completely oblivious as to the open and or shut status of the door.
No, you won't find a flatmate.
I will, it won't be a problem.
No, you won't, because you don't like people.
Of course I like people.
Who?
Well, no one specific, obviously, but just people, the concept of people, I like that.
Well, good luck to you. I'm looking for a new flat myself.
I do get on with people. No, I don't have a problem.
You do have a problem, because it's like, for example...
Yeah?
For example, someone I know, JJ, he's staying at a friend's floor. He's sound.
Yeah?
He's sound, no one has a problem with him, but I thought of, inviting him round to you and me and move in. I knew you wouldn't like him, didn't bother.
Look, I'm very easygoing. I'm sure he's a lovely fella. I'm sure I won't have any trouble with him. Why don't you just bring him round and we'll see. We'll see.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. Break his heart, get his hopes up.
No, you're wrong.
No, I'll do it, proving a point. Proving a point, I'll do it.
Right, and I'll find a flatmate.
Yeah.
I mean, I admit I have had in the past the odd problem living with people. I lived in Edinburgh for a while with two blokes, one called Steve and one called Mitchell, who was American. And one day I said to Steve, do you know, I heard Mitchell talking to his girlfriend in America for an hour last night. And Steve said, oh, was he on the phone? I said, no, he was shouting. But that is an isolated example.
D, this is JJ.
Hey, it's great to be here. Ooh, hey. Ooh. I'm a bit bloated at the moment with water retention and that, Oh, yeah, hey, I'm going to really look forward to living here, eh? Great. Oh, yeah.
Dave?
What? No, I don't have a problem with him. No, he's great. Yeah, no, he can stay here as long as he likes.
Hey. Bit of a housewarming present. Hey, that reminds me of the time I was skating on this ice, right, dressed as a pantomime zebra, as you do. Me and me right-handed, right, we were coming over the thing.
I do not look stupid. You do not look stupid. We do not look stupid. He does look stupid.
Julius's experience is not uncommon to the group. Still single at 30, he feels the loneliness of the outcast.
Yes, people will just think that someone like me doesn't have sexual urges, desires. After all, we live in a culture where one is not found attractive unless one looks like Matt Dillon or Daniel Day-Lewis or any film star.
Well, not any film star.
Well, no, not Groucho Marx. But I despaired of ever finding love or even someone who'd just hold it for a bit. I had a brief flingette, 2 brief flingettes with women of restricted seriousness, but they didn't work out for some reason. Then I met Helen. I still can't believe that any normal woman could be interested in me, so I'm just trying not to rush things.
Men come and write graffitis on wall, and no one seems to accept us. I write you to so many times.
Some of the members of the group find that their problems can interfere with their work. Simon works in Haringey at the local race relations office.
Stones and it's very right angle.
There are no exact figures for people of restricted seriousness, but it is estimated that in the British Isles alone the condition may already have infected something like 12 people. These numbers may be even greater, as some remain in denial.
No, I think that's ridiculous. I don't see I've got anything in common with these people. In fact, I'm rather offended that you might think I did have.
So you won't mind if I play this trombone, then?
No, not at all. I have some kind of problem with my inner ear. Well, my name's John. And I've looked stupid for 37 years.
Good on you, mate. Good on you.
Very great, John.
Over the course of the next few meetings, progress is clearly being made.
I mean, it all comes back to the fact that you've got to start feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, because since I met you, I feel a lot better about myself.
If you do that, then other people will start finding you attractive and see beyond the surface.
Yes, but it's hard to feel good about yourself when even some of us can't see beyond the surface.
Well, meeting adjourned, I think.
It may not be much, but for these lonely people, the weekly support group is the one haven of self-respect in their lives.
Helen! Wait!
This is one of the birds that a bevy of Greenpeace volunteers has been working on tirelessly for a week now to restore to its full health. The time has come, I feel now, to release this bird back into the wild. So it's gone back to its natural habitat and adopted its normal posture of lying face down, very still, so as not to be noticed by lions and giraffes.
Do you know, I can't get that piece quite right.
May I? Try like this.
Nice organ.
Yes. Did you notice it's absolutely chock full of dead man's saliva?
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Jarvis. I'm hoping the weather is sunny this week so that I can get out and do a bit of the old... I haven't had a shag in ages. Actually, I don't approve of coarse language. I think when you say a rude word, it's as if your mouth was actually making physical contact with the thing itself. Oh, God. Buttocks. God, that's the last thing I want to happen. Breasts. Oh, dear, oh, dear. I used to follow Leeds United Football Club until they complained. About a year ago, one of their young players came on the market. Oh, God. That would be absolutely awful. Imagine that. All those hard-working market traders selling their honest pots and pans, struggling against the economic recession, and then suddenly all over their multicolored stripy awnings. Oh, God. Bosoms. Oh. I had a pang of guilt just then. I shall be looking forward to a tweak of conscience later on. I grow weary of idleness, and so have decided to take a job. I have decided to take a post for the Wimbledon Lawn Tennis Association. I shall be the man who stands for hours at a time directly behind the players, thus. Happy the man who is paid for his hobbies. Arse. Gosh. That's the last thing I want to think about.
So there I was, skateboarding headlong towards the Dalai Lama, juggling 6 king-sized prunes, as you do. When... Hey, I've noticed you're not exactly at your best first thing in the morning, are you? Quince.
With scattered showers and a touch of thunder in the southeast beach.
Oh, did I tell you? A bit of good news. Bit of a bonus. I've got scurvy.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Actually, I disguised myself as the former lead singer of the Pogues the other day.
Did you do that?
Anyway, look, I'm so glad you could all come to this impromptu dinner party, and I think the food's ready now.
On your arse. Lovely.
Right. Who wants what?
Teotikohan atahoipa usmal oaxaca o kala aramalibi talaka atahualpacaca.
Good evening and welcome to History Today. I have been informed that we must, on tonight's programme, make every endeavour to stick with an academic discipline to tonight's topic, church and state. Professor Lewis.
Well, we must remember that for large parts of our country's history, church and state were effectively one. This spiritual bureaucracy is reflected in the severity of monastic orders at the time. Under the terms of his oath, a Benedictine monk, for example, could not only never have sexual relations with a woman, nor did he ever talk to a woman, nor even approach within 50 yards of a woman.
I am aware of the strictures.
And that's you on your 18 to 30 holiday.
Of course, Charles I was executed in a dispute essentially concerning church and state. Hansard records that following his guillotining, the body jerked around grotesquely for 20 seconds, writhing about in a pitiful display, his arms and legs shooting this way and that uncontrollably, as the gathered crowd laughed and spat.
Indeed.
And that's you dancing, that is. That's the way, I like
it, See an old chipped saucer lying against a brick wall in an alleyway.
Is it a green saucer from an institutional tea set?
Yes, and it's gone brown where some tea has stained the white bit.
I have seen such an item of discarded bric-a-brac.
That's your satellite dish, that is.
The monarch who could be said to have truly united church and state was Elizabeth I. Her power was iconically linked with her refusal to marry, so that it became part of her mythology that she remained inviolate, known to all as the Virgin Queen.
Yes.
That's you, that is. That's your most manly nickname.
Essentially, throughout our history, there has been a constant power shift, moving from church to state, from state to church, thus, and then back again once more.
I'm aware of the continual fluctuation.
And that's what everyone does when they stand downwind from your mouth. Oh, cool, blimey, cool.
In the present day, the balance seems to have shifted to state. But today's secular society is perhaps conditioned by an awareness of our temporal instability. Why, even this very land on which the battle between church and state was for so many years fought is continually being eroded by the sea. Our cliffs are moving back at a rate of 4 meters per year.
I am aware of the topographical crisis.
And that's how fast you run. That's you on sports day. Well, I don't think anyone can be in any doubt that tonight myself and Professor Lewis have had a most incisive debate. Professor Lewis, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So where's Raffles these days?
Oh, haven't you heard? He was murdered and robbed.
Murdered and robbed? How very interesting.
Yes, I've composed a brief poem in his memory.
Raffles!
It's very, very moving.